Alright, how's it going, guys? DeshHere. I just want to do kind of a beginner ARK video that's not super cluttered or anything. It's just this is how you want to start out in ARK. I'm gonna start on the Sarco PvP cluster on the island server. I love playing there. But I'm gonna go to the island where my character currently is not, so I can make a new character. Gotta load in. That's essentially what you'll want to do at first, is just find a good place to play. Maybe try official if you want, but I always kind of go unofficial these days. So for me, you can spend as much time making some wacky characters. Like, let me just... You can get looking pretty interesting. You know, go Skyrim levels of character creation if you want. For me, I just kind of do this these days since I play PvP. So all too low, actually. Yeah, also, you can save this as a preset. Once you got your character ready, save it as a preset. I've actually got a preset to load, which is just what I normally would go with. Alright, now, next question is, where do you spawn? I'll rename this beginner. So these spawn zones, you'll see they say easy, medium, hard, and sometimes on certain maps you'll see very hard. And it's all kind of relative. Like, there are certainly spawn points on like certain maps, like Genesis. They're kind of a bit of a troll, but it is still easy in some scenarios to just start out there. It just really depends. It's a survival game. So let's go ahead, create new survivor, load on in. Here we are. I don't even remember where I selected, so glad we're here. I'm familiar with this location. You can scroll in and out with the mouse wheel, go third and first person. I'll go first because that's how I play a lot of the time. But yeah, what do you do now? You're here. I mean, heck, it's looking great. There's an ocean down there. There's oh, what is that thing, you know? Oh, it's raining now? Heck. So basically, well, I said I was going to try to keep this as low fluff as possible. I'm sorry. Already just getting away from it. So if you press I believe that's the normal key mapping. You can change those in options, like I have. Here's your inventory. There you go. You got nothing right now except your implant, which is essentially just, it's got my name there. If you die, somebody can take it. I don't know, it's like a trophy. It doesn't serve any real purpose. That we need to worry about, at least. So you got stats here. What we're gonna look at first, of course, is crafting. This is a survival game. Let's get into crafting like heck, you know. First thing you want is definitely a pick. You don't even really need a torch. It keeps you slightly warm, and I'm talking slightly. It might help if you're in the snow and you've got some clothes on to change the scenario, but it's really like this down here. If you hold H, you can see what that means. But like that down there, if I had a torch, probably wouldn't be a snowflake. I'd probably be pretty chill right now. Yeah, let's make a pick. We need some stone, thatch, and wood. Now, just like Minecraft. Oh, well, as you can see, I pressed E just then on accident. These rocks, especially on a beach, it's going to give you some stone. We got 5x rates here, so we'll get 5 stone. And look at that, we got to level up. Okay, before we level up, let's hit this tree. Just like Minecraft. Thatch. Punch long enough, you'll get some wood. And then you can go in here, either right click craft, you're obviously you can press E. I normally do that. There you go, you gotta pick, drag it down here on your hotbar, press 1. You can also certainly, if it's in your inventory, just press E on it. Oh well, I had it equipped, so I equipped it. Press E on it, bam, equipped it. So that's some important stuff to note. Alright, I'm gonna go wait, because here's your stats. Obviously, every time you level up, you can level up a stat by a certain increment. Fortitude is at 0. But that is essentially your resistance to the elements and gaining torpidity. If you get too much torpidity, you will pass out, but only being like thirsty and running a mile will do that, or they have that as kind of a feature for dinos can knock you out, players can knock you out. We'll get into that. Right now I'm going to go wait, because unless I'm doing a note run, which by the way, I'll probably do a video on that eventually. If you do a note run, you can get to like easily level 50 to like 72, I want to say, on the island in like it's super fast, like so quick. But you essentially just pick up explore notes. They give you an XP buff in the bottom right and levels, so XP on its own. Right, now we got this pick. You get some more thatch. Picks are better at thatch and raw meat gathering. And flint, so we can find an actual rock around here. Get some flint. Oh shoot, why do we need flint? Well, how do I keep pushing this game? We need flint because if you go up here, I'm sorry, I leveled up that screen that normally pops up. You can hit it here. This is your engrams, which is what you can craft. It's like we can learn. Ignore the SS stuff. I'll be using vanilla. SS is just superstructures mod. It's just slightly better building and other quality of life stuff that is on the Sarco server. So we'll learn how to make a hatchet, stone hatchet, and a campfire over here. And if we go back to the inventory, you can see you need some flint for that. Where do we get flint? Well, you see these rocks. Take our pick, get a few smacks, get some flint. You also do get stone, but less obviously, as you'll see. If you press V, you can go straight to your crafting menu. Make a hatchet. Boom. And the hatchet is a lot better at getting stone and hide. We'll get to hide in a sec here. Oh wow, what is that? Is that a transmitter right on the beach? That's hilarious. You can see somebody's got a house over there. Something along those lines. Another thing to note really quick that is base game, highly important. Bushes and stuff. Stick it out of the ground. Hold E or press E on it. You can pick berries and fiber from it. See that? This is a nice basic crafting resource. I'm gonna get some more berries so we can go over those real quick because that's pretty important actually. We got everything down. Yeah, so tinto berries, you can eat these. Good food, obviously, as it says, you can make dye out of all kinds of berries and stuff. But we won't cover that right now. You can eat berries, give you a little tiny bit of water and some food. Oh gosh. Well, this is great. You'll see now, if you look in the bottom right, digesting, I'm regaining food, leveled up just by existing. Love it. I'll learn to spear real quick. And something else, sure. Alright, so I'm now digesting food. As you can see, my water is dropping insanely. Now these white ones are stim berries. The red ones, they were just food. You can use them to make health pots primarily later game. Stim berries give you stamina, but make you thirsty. Just like oh wow, yeah, see, and I ate like 30 of those boys, so I'm gonna press O and toss them away since I don't need them. Now I'm pretty thirsty. As you can see, I'm gaining slight water from all the berries I ate, so I'm gonna kind of drop between being thirsty and not for a while here. But if I just walk over here, press E on the water, boom, drink. Also, if you're submerged in water, you're water gauge does slowly go up. Hello, turtle. Over time, you also obviously have oxygen. So, yep, good things to know there. Pretty basic. And we got some fiber that we picked. Sorry, the berries. These black ones, don't eat these either. They add torpidity. I will eat one to show you. Look at that. Torpidity is going up. One of them will hopefully not knock me out. Yeah, see, it goes up to about 8 points, then it goes back down after it's done going up. These will be used to keep dinosaurs knocked out when we're taming them. And these ones, these blue ones are, I mean, they don't do much special. They're just basically food. Like, getting to make health potions with them, like and the red berries, tinto berries. Now these mejo berries, the mejo berries, these are great. They're also just food, but they're also, like, where's that turtle? They're also herbivores' favorite taming food in most cases. You're going to want to use dodo decks anytime you're taming something you're unfamiliar with, especially when starting out. Like those guys, they eat meat, even though they're not aggressive. They're pteranodons, I mean. Of course they do, right? But yeah, I'll put a link in the description, hopefully, for Dododeck's website. I think it's just dododex.com, but I'll double check. And they have an app as well. Super great free resource for just learning how to, looking up how to tame a dino. They do it by level and modifiers. Wow, level 5 dodo. That's insane. Perfect for our needs here. We're gonna make a spear. Now, shoot. This took fiber, flint, and wood to craft that, as you can see. And I just hit E on it, crafted one, and dropped it down here in the third slot. And quick note about these, you hold right click, you can throw these bad boys if you let go. Left click just to stab. Now, these things can break randomly. It's just like a percentile chance on whether or not they'll break. So you can craft a few, have them stacked together, and it'll just whip out the next one if it breaks. So just go ahead and... Sorry, Dodo. In the name of knowledge. We need some hide. To get started for sure. Always need at least a little bit. Hatchets get hide, wood, and stone better. Pickaxes get meat, thatch, and flint better. So just keep that in mind when you're gathering. Get the element there too. Boom, got some hide. And also, fire. I'm gonna grab some fiber really quick. Just run over here. Even while you're running across the island, you can just kind of hold E like this, and you'll just grab stuff as you run by and then drop. So, yeah, did not really much wood. If you hold shift, drag, you can split something in half. Works as well if you have an inventory open over here, but we'll see that in a few, soon here. And what was I doing? Okay, I got some fiber, make some shirt, pants, basic armor, doesn't do much, keeps it slightly protected from the elements. Like, you see this hypothermal and hyperthermal insulation go up as soon as I put these pants on. We'll look at that. Shirt, there we go. So slightly better protected from the elements. And I have a little bit of armor. Durability is a highly important thing, but on primitive stuff that doesn't change ever. It's always the same depending on the armor. These get 25 durability, that gets to 0, it'll break, go in your inventory, and you'll be slightly naked. Get some more weight. Oh, shoot. Press F to pick up everything in the vicinity when you're looking at stuff. Hey buddy. Oh, you're level 10. Let me make sure I didn't skip over the thing real fast. Nope, that is hilarious. This guy right here is showing up at the perfect time. So, get some more. Well, I think we have fiber. Yeah, alright. So, what we're gonna do is go over taming really fast. Like, Obviously, this varies between many dinos, and I'm sorry if this seems really fast. I will do in-depth videos regularly for the foreseeable future. And if you got any questions, just toss them down in the comments. I'll try to answer it as fast as I can. And if it's a big subject, that'll be my next priority for a video. But we're gonna go straight to wait. All right, we gotta level up first. We're gonna pause on the taming. I am gonna show you the. Well, okay, never mind. We're gonna go to this base building. They got thatch foundation, thatch door frames, ceilings, walls. Can't learn those yet. Doors, and we got storage boxes and stuff over here. So, what of these can we make? We can make foundation. Beautiful. Make a wall. You also get plenty of XP, as you can just see there. Crafting stuff. Basically everything you do will give you some level of XP, and it's awesome. I'm carrying around so much random stuff. Hey bud, I love these guys. These are basically dogs. Like, okay. You put some berries or something in your 0 slot because they're passive tame. Dodo Dex will tell you all this kind of stuff too. You tame them, you pet them, they give XP boost to your dinos in the area. It's adorable. But anyways. Now that we have a foundation, actually, before we put a foundation down, I want you to press L, and this is your tribe log. Obviously, you weren't in a tribe, so create a new tribe. Anything that gets destroyed or killed will show up here. Numerous claiming dinos, like babies, everything. You'll have your people here that you invite. Over here, you can set up like overall governance. You probably want to keep that the same generally. Tribe groups are great if you're inviting people to your tribe and you don't want them to access certain things because you don't actually know them and can't trust them yet. And this will change the rename tribe. Knowledge. Alright. Manage alliances is something that will come in handy. You can be friendly with other tribes, and as long as the server cluster doesn't have it disabled, and you can make some friends that aren't in your tribe. Anyways, you can press E on any structure to whip it out like this, and you'll see a ghost image when you're making stuff. You can also put it on your hotbar, which is especially nice if you're placing a lot of walls or something that stacks. We're just gonna put this down. Actually, we're gonna bother some of these really quick. Oh yeah, the yellow berries. These are also just food. They don't do anything special. Actually, gonna eat these. Just hold and eat. Oh gosh, there. Okay. Somebody make a campfire. It's essence of it. Yeah, so it's locked. Oh, demolish allowed. This is a great time to go over the structures will expire if you don't render them for like a certain amount of time, depending on the level of structure it is. This is a great time to go over the radio menu. Most structures and dinos and stuff, you hold E on something, you get options. Since this has been here so long without the owner walking by, like, and I'm talking probably like a month or two, ironically I know that personal owner right there, so I know he has not been around these parts of the map for a while, but we can just hold E on this and demolish it. Oh look. If you press F you can access external inventories, by the way, like boxes and stuff. Free wood. Nice. Normally you would have probably had to punch that to break it, but in that case, that was a good way to show you the radio menu. Ironically, I'm going to drop this wood real fast, and actually I'm going to drop this stone. How overweight am I? Hey, not so much. What can I learn? I learned some more armor, but for these purposes, I'll get the wall and a door. Lovely. Let's make a wall and a door really quick. Make a door, and I think we need 3 walls. We'll just make a 1 by 1 for the moment. Show you. But real fast, if you search in your inventory for like stone, you only see stone, right? You can hit this button now, drop all, and it'll actually only drop the stuff you were searching for. That's just something that I wish somebody had told me at some point before like 500 hours in the game. So there you go. I am going to need those, actually. So we're just going to have to suffer being slightly slow right now. Swim over here so I can show you something. I don't know whose house this is. Looks like they don't live there anymore. Or they're in construction. Nope, they don't live there anymore. Probably went somewhere else. So essentially, this is enemy base, or, you know, not my tribe, or allies base. So I can't put this here, because I'm too close. That is literally a transmitter on the beach on the island. That is funny as heck to me, whatever it is. Hey, we're gonna basically build this. Oh, looks like the dinos and stuff have been beating it up. Oh, see, this one's not demolished a lot, because I guess whoever built this has been by recently. So yeah, we'll go back over here. Oh gosh, I thought that was a piranha for a second. That was weird. I'm sorry, this video kind of slowed down. I'm trying to keep it short so you guys can just, you know, get to playing, having fun with your friends. But obviously I am overweight. There we go. And real fast, actually, I'll pick up some of these rocks. See that in the bottom right now? This is encumbered. Can't run and can't jump. That's because I am almost at my weight limit. Like, I don't know if that's like 20%-ish when that happens. I wanted to look that up numerous times in the last few years, and I never have, so I probably should. But basically, you get too close to overweight, you're encumbered, and obviously walking slow, can't jump. Swimming is a horrible idea right now. Anyway, let me just drop 2 of these. And let's build our hut. We'll just press E, left click, you can then rotate on most structures. Boom, and then I'll actually put these walls where it is. On the hotbar, hit 4, bam. This. And doors obviously will only go in doorways, so I don't have to worry about that. Press the one if I can get the right angle. Not the well time. I should have done this before. There we go. Boom. First house. Kinda. I mean, most things can damage thatch, obviously. It's a good start. Keeps you warmish, you know. Don't fret, we're literally just starting out. This, honestly, is a pretty good start for ARK. Like, I haven't seen any dino that wants to kill me, or player, honestly. Funny story about Torpidity. I learned that you could knock people out first hour into my game playing ARK many years ago. Because I was trying to find my buddy back when we were playing on Xbox even, and I did not find him, but I found some guys who put me to sleep for a while, and it was just so funny. I found it awesome that the game had a system like that, and at the same time hilarious because it was just, I mean, it's a survival game, and oh my gosh, was I hooked because it is actually survival. I'm gonna go around the corner now and get eaten because I'm thinking that, I'm sure. But anyways, built a hut, very nice. Now what? Well, this isn't gonna do much for you, so let's real quick go ahead and actually let's go over making some cooked meat real fast. Obviously, make a campfire or grill, but that's late game. Drop these in here. You can press T as well and transfer. Not put that much in there. You need some of this. Light the fire, and even though it doesn't show a progress bar for these non-SS ones, it'll spit out a meat here soon. Oh gosh. The rain plus this boy's footsteps had me thinking something was about to be. Alright, I'll wait for this meat. Oh, never mind, it's right here. And you can either press E in your inventory to eat these, drop it down here. Here's the thing though. Food points, one cooked meat is like 20 points. So if I eat this, if you're trying to conserve meat, look at that. I could now wait for this to go down a bit before I eat this next one. You know? Oh, and charcoal's made when we cook the wood specifically. If I was to light this fire with thatch, I wouldn't get any charcoal. And this is used primarily to make gunpowder later in the game. I'm just gonna go over my notes real fast here. Yeah, in future game there's a cooking pot. You can make custom food, just name it and color it and stuff. And it'll, it's like recipes. You put more things into one food item and it gives you more food. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, and there's supply drops that spawn across the map randomly. If you hadn't noticed those yet. Gotta be certain level to open certain ones, but hey. Alright, so, and those, you'll see 3 of those on most maps. You can kind of see that one over there. Those are location markers and also a place you can leave the map to transfer, just like you can on the drops. Pretty nifty. Getting back into this actually being useful for beginners and not full fluff. Again, sorry. Right. Of course. What was I thinking? Need a bed. I need a level really fast. Like 5 more. See, we made 10, broke them down, we can make 5 more. We could also just hit this log and get plenty of resources, because it's science, but good example. I'm gonna turn this off. You can, if we hold E on this, oh, hi bud. Hold E on this, as you see there's a lot of options for vanilla items. If you pin code something, now no one can access it without destroying it or knowing the pin code if they're not in your tribe. So that's great. People don't know that. Doors, obviously, not the case. Only your tribe can open them. But like campfires, storage boxes, vaults, people don't either know or just think to lock them. On this server, oh shoot. On this server most stuff is locked, so we actually have a lock-unlock option. It's just like a default, I don't know. So don't have to really worry about that here, but if you're playing officially you're gonna want to know that. But these rounded rocks that are normally by rivers or water, these are actually called river rocks. And if we hit this enough, we should get a small amount of metal. Yeah, check that out. That's enough to build a smithy after we refine it in the refining forge. Which we don't really have to worry about right now. I think I'll be doing another video on like super gathering, metal tier, all that kind of stuff. This is just basics. We got a house, we got food. We're gonna get a bed in here so we can respawn. So I have the levels, which I think I just achieved. There we go. Okay. So bed. Highly important. Sleeping bags, they are respawn points, but they are single use and can't be used by a tribe, only the person that put it down. Beds, small fiber and thatch, let's grab that. I'm doing jump cuts, or speed ups for this. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm just trying to get us to everything you need to know to get going as fast as possible, but also really trying to stay on topic and Remove extra fluff. Probably said 10 times. Alright, made a bed. As you can see, when you're crafting, you also can't jump and you're slow walking, so yeah, might as well. If you need to run from like a raptor, it's already hard as it is. So now we got a bed. Oh, bed. Go here. Now with beds, you can fast travel. This drops your items in a bag right where you're standing, like on the bed where you're standing right now. You can go to other beds, essentially, on the map that you have placed down by your tribe. But you would go with none of your items, they'd all be in a bag right here, like I do this. That's not good. Oh, is that a bubble? Oh my gosh. Interesting. This happens. Oh, I can't believe I got that. Okay. Level up. Get cozy in my hut here. And is this level? Okay, clubs. These do primarily torpor damage, but a small bit of damage as well. Spyglasses are great too. Once you find some crystal, you can look farther and also see like names of dinos slash their level. Very good stuff. We're gonna try and level up so I can get this speed, make things really easy. But the bed, as I was saying, you can also rename it, and if you let go of E like that, you can lay on it. Interestingly, we can look outside our house because of how small it is. But press E again, you get out. Now this is respawn point. I'm gonna rename it 1. So now if I was to be dead and in this menu, you can hit search and I'll be like type 1, and obviously if it was in the X1 that I'm transferring from, it would be showing up. I'm thinking that might be a person. Oh, white drop. Okay, anybody can get these. Any level. Obviously, it's like not gonna be anything epic, super epic, I should say. I'm gonna more speed. Oh, hey, yeah. When things are damaged, you can repair them just by holding E and hit repair, which will be here once it's not recently damaged. If you have what it needs to fix it, and the health will just go back up. Oh, nice, we got some extra clothes in this drop. Oh, I should have shown you the menu. Oh well. You'll put it out there. I'll probably just send it through your video as well. So, got some extra stuff I didn't craft there, but just put these on the ground. Got my fireman out for a second. Okay, so. Now that we got the club, let's look over the bad boys. What's there? Here. And we put my. Oh, yeah, I should make a storage box for that. Oh, almost got enough points to learn storage box. Well, let's. Always keep the manjo berries when you're starting out, and the narco berries, because narcotics here are essentially like 5 obviously narco berries. So every narco berry 8 points of torpidity. This would be 5, and they don't spoil. Or sorry, 8 times 5, 40 points of torpidity, and it doesn't spoil. You gotta use spoiled meat. Real quick trick for that. You want to get a lot of spoiled meat really fast, like everybody does when starting out, because you can also make tranquilizing arrows with narcotics. Is go ahead, get some meat, right click it, split all, and now you've got singular stacks of meat that are all counting down their spoilage time at the same time. So all of this will turn into 30 spoiled meat very soon, like this here. And that's just how that stuff works. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I see. Gotta take the extra stuff out really fast. Put this back. And I don't know why I'm cooking this. To be completely honest. Alright. And we have that level. All the time. These are fun. You've probably seen them if you watch like any ARK PvP video, I'm sure. Everyone likes to use it. They take fiber, hide, stone, and thatch. So pretty much all the resources we put on essentially. Let's get fiber. How do I made those shirts? Alright, we get 2 just to be safe. You can press E on these to equip them, or just put them on a hotbar, just like anything else. Now, these get dinos stuck. Most small dinos anyways. Some just can't get bullet, but a lot of the larger ones, like that shrike, would you'd have to use the chain bullet, which is that's a whole nother thing that we'll talk about someday later. Right? When you're older, I have more experience in the world. Alright. Wonder how much of this I'm gonna pass forward. I'm really curious. Okay, that's a billow there. That'll work, but I was kind of going shooting high. I was hoping I could find a pteranodon that was chilling around here. I swear we saw like a level 15 super recently. It's this tech transmitter that's scaring them away. It's really not. Tech transmitter is essentially a tiny one of those obelisks. You can't go to boss fights with them, but you can leave the server and upload stuff in ARK data. But that's kind of it. Hello, turtle. I can't bowl a turtle either, just in case you're wondering. Oh, you're level 10. You wanna fight? Now that I've damaged myself with fall damage. But yeah, if you're hungry, you eat meat or anything a higher tier, you'll heal a little bit. So it's almost smart to eat cooked fish meat since it does a little less hunger. Alright, buddy. Sorry, this is for science. Oh, this is a bad idea. Probably should use a slingshot. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go back and run behind me. He's level 10. Nope, okay, he's hitting me from the back. Alrighty. Really just run away from you. You'll forget about me eventually. Look at that, he already doesn't really care. Another thing I should mention is when dinos are with, like, if there's a male and a female near each other, they'll have a small heart over their name, which doesn't help much unless you have a spyglass, depending on the dino. But basically, then if I was to smack, like say there was 2 of these Listros over here, if I smacked him, which would be terrible on its own, and that one over there was a little closer and a female, they would both come at me because mate boost, and they would also take slightly less damage and do a little bit more damage. So mate boosting is a thing. This guy's hostile and not, and you know what, he's a good example. Hello. Wind up the bola, let go, and you're stuck. These guys spit and wind you a little bit, so basically you just sit here and smack them with the club for a while. Clubs are terrible. Oh shoot, I hit him after he went down. Clubs are a terrible way to knock stuff out, obviously, but once you get trank arrows and trank darts, shocking trank darts and stuff in the future, you know, you'll look back and be like, man, oh, hello, sir. Don't want to punch you or anything. Oh, shoot. That's why I was going to knock out turtle because I had berries. So basically herbivores, I don't know if I mentioned that, I'm sure I did. Mejoberries, they prefer that. Obviously carnivores, they prefer meat, and once you get to slightly larger dinos, you can harvest prime meat, which spoils really fast compared to normal meat. Like, I want to say almost 2 minutes, but that could be totally wrong. It spoils fast, and obviously stuff spoils slower in a dino's inventory. But anyways, this guy eats meat. Oh shit, look at that. Because we have like 5x taming and it's level 25, I guess he's already almost dead. And he might have been hungry, so he ate a lot. I didn't count how many I shoved in there. Basically, that is how you tame a lot of dinosaurs. Knock them out. And likewise, if I take these, put them in my 0 slot, and walk over this guy, he's a passive tame. This is how you tame, like, oh gosh. Oh. Hello. And if I hold T, I got my whistles for my dinos. And then I have some passive, so he doesn't want to attack anything. Let's hold on to that meat. So yeah, now he can follow me around, do stuff for me. And if I'm in if I got that berries in my 0 slot, passive tame right here, this Listro, feed him one. See, look at that, you got the taming bar. I forgot to mention the purple bar we saw above this taming bar was his torpidity in a visual way. And obviously that goes down once they're tamed, thankfully. But like, if that gets low, you want to give him some narco bears. I'm sure he feels great after that. And that'll, or narcotics if you got to that point where you can make some. And that'll keep him down longer to tame, right bud? Right bud? I hold E, behavior, all kinds of options. Don't worry about this. This is another mod that kind of keeps people from sniping your tames, essentially. Don't worry about this one if you're on official. Harvest settings, all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna rename him. Bread. Keep this bread, gamers. Alright, so that's kind of it. That's the base foundation of the meme, which it looks like took me an hour to cover, so hope you're still with me. Hope I edited this to be kind of small like I wanted it to be. Oh, you know what? Shoot. One more thing to cover. One more important thing. There you go. Visit our friend. Actually, where's that Drake? We have to cover death, because the fact that I'm still alive right now is actually kind of insane. You die a lot, especially if you don't start a beach, you know? At least when you're first starting out. Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to follow me. Oh god, I'm not gonna get far. Go on. Oh, yep. Here we go. Oh, what? No, you're mad. Come here. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. Oh my gosh. Smack me this way. Alright. So obviously I'm now dead. And there's that bed that we renamed one. Respawn. We do not have anything on us now. Oh, and I left my door open. That's awkward. Nothing on us. Weight 0. But we go out here. Look at that. We got a fancy beam. It goes straight to our body. And also, fun thing you can do if you can drag bodies. If you press G, I think that's the standard. That's what I have it set for, anyways. You can also do that. Press F, open them up, take everything. Make sure that you either close this window or press U if you're gonna put your armor back on, because take these boots. You can totally redress your body, which is big brain. And that is my specimen implant after I'm dead. It's an item now. Toss it on the ground. And of course, we need a little bit of meat. All Oh, that's in here. Oh shoot, I did it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I did it. I left the boots there. Insane. Alright. See, everybody messes up. Oh yeah, see, that was gonna tame its random. I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna throw this bull out for no reason, essentially. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the essentials. Make sure to close your doors every single time you go through them. I use the SS doors, which are kind of automatic. I'm now clearly lacking this habit, which is not ideal, but whatever. Let's see. What? Yep, no, that's it. That is ARK starting off in a nutshell right there. Looks like it almost took me an hour. I'm gonna do a video on like super great gathering techniques for most resources, especially metal, because that's obviously where you want to head to, and there are very specific ways that are highly effective for just about every resource. And dinos, I should mention, this guy, he can get a lot more meat probably than I can if he harvests something. But like the dinos that you can ride on, this guy's just kind of a pack mule type dude. I guess he doesn't do much, honestly. But like if I was to tame that trike and put a saddle on it, ride it around, that boy would be able to get me so many berries, way more than I would have ever been able to get with my tools. And it's like the same with dinos that aren't in this particular location. Those guys, the larger doggos looking lizard boys, I can't remember their names, so I'm gonna run over to them. These guys are really good at gathering all kinds of stuff. They literally have settings to gather different things. Moss drops, of course. Especially raw meat, or raw prime meat, I should say. I think they do good at meat in general as well, if you set them up that way, but yeah. That's essentially starting out. Super basic stuff you need to get yourself off to a good start. Along with that gathering video, the video I'm going to do soonest, probably be out this weekend, so if you want to hit that, subscribe. Gonna do a full breeding guide, breeding dinos. There's just that I can condense down far more than any of the other guides I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's doesn't have to be so long, but hopefully I can then just explain it simply, easily for everybody, and everybody can walk away with quote-unquote alpha level dinos super easily and understand it. Yeah, that's it. You know, a lot of the joy in this game was kind of like Minecraft, figuring out how to do things for a lot of people, so you know, feel free to check out my videos if you want to learn how to efficiently use stuff, but if you want to discover it on your own, that's definitely good too, you know. And it can be challenging, definitely for a while, especially when starting out. Just remember that's kind of part of the fun of growing as a survivor. So I mean, I'm honestly surprised I didn't encounter anybody who decided to just be like, oh, there's a Bob, dead. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel bad punching him. Yeah. Thinking about doing a whole series. When Sarko has a small, it has a one map, not a whole cluster. Like this cluster has every map in ARK. There's also like one map here that you can't transfer to from the main cluster that wipes every month because this place doesn't wipe. And it's kind of like a hardcore PvP-ish. Everybody starts over every month. So when that next happens, which is probably about a month, I might do like a starting from beginner, scratch, streaming it, do how-to videos and a little more in-depth in the actual starting out, building up process. But for now, this is it. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like if you like it, yeah, all that good stuff. Peace.